Yo, yo, it's Aquarius James. Today we're going to talk about Jupiter in Sagittarius and what you need to know. Jupiter's going to be in Sagittarius for the whole of 2019. Jupiter is how we expand and learn and grow. Jupiter can give you more and more and more, okay? So this is the expansive energy for 2019 that we need to focus on. This is a good placement because Jupiter rules Sagittarius. So Sagittarius is at home in Jupiter. So let's talk about Sagittarius themes. Sagittarius is long journeys, higher learning, foreign cultures, foreign lands and foreign food. It's a staunch warrior, Sagittarius. It's the archer who fires arrows of truth. Yeah, and to get accurate as an archer, you have to practice and practice and practice for a long time. Really exponentially, they can just keep learning and learning and growing because they'll go on these long journeys and they learn things correctly from the bottom up. Jupiter rules winter feasts, and really Jupiter rules all feasts and big occasions. So any festival, party, big occasion where the family comes together or friends come together and you have a special meal, yeah, this is a Jupiter event, yeah. They love having a big party. So food is definitely a theme to bear in mind. So the theory would be that we expand through long journeys and higher learning, yeah, foreign cultures, foreign lands, foreign food, stuff like this. You've got to watch out for some of the negative traits of Sagittarius, because Sagittarius is also permanent exile, yeah, and religious wars, yeah. There's a kind of an amount of conflict that goes on with Sagittarius. So its other symbol is the horse. Now horses can take you a long way, yeah. Horses allow you to travel a long distance, and they travel a long distance by having their blinkers on, by having this narrow focus, yeah. Because horses can be easily distracted, startled, confused, yeah. This is why they have to wear blinkers, and in that way they can get from A to B. They can actually complete a journey without being distracted, yeah. So this is why they have this narrow focus and they have the blinkers on. So we all know what the problem is. When you have a narrow focus, you tend to forget the perspective of other people and consider other people, and you're so intensely consumed in the thing that you consider. As it's a fire sign, fire is truth. And they learn this truth, but they can get to a point where they think they know all of the truth, and then they start imposing it on other people and become a bit judgmental. It can also be quite snobbish, Sagittarius. Sagittarius is also like the wilderness and the wild, yeah? Because Sagittarius is the sage who travels deep into the mountains to find a special herb to bring it back to heal somebody. The thing about Sagittarius is it's kind of long. It can be quite slow, yeah. Sagittarius, when the moon's in Sagittarius, those days feel longer than when the moon is in Gemini, yeah. Taking your time and not trying to rush things is going to really work out better. Trying to rush things and be impatient, like kind of Gemini style, is just going to that's going to be like an energy loss in some ways, yeah. You're not going to expand that way. You're going to expand by taking your time, yeah, and just enjoying the journey, enjoying the process. Because at the end of the day, what you learn is, with this long journey thing, is that you never really arrive, yeah. The journey will always continue, yeah. Everything is always in motion anyway. So when we arrive somewhere, we have our focus on arriving there, then we get there, and we have another focus, and the focus always changes. So it's really about enjoying the journey, yeah, and learning from the stages of the journey, yeah, and contemplating and considering the metaphor of the journey. What happens on these journeys, yeah. You can kind of look at Sagittarius a little bit like the Fool on the tarot card, the first card on the tarot card, the Fool. And the Fool is setting off with a big smile in his face with a small bag, and he's off on this big adventure that he's going to go, and he's going to meet the devil and all of this stuff, and have this experience, life-changing experience, through which his perspective of the world is going to be increased. He's going to learn more about himself and the nature of life and the way things are, yeah. So, you know, we are all on this journey of life. We are all this traveller archetype. So we're all on this journey, yeah. So Sagittarius is a very important energy for us to kind of all key into, because this is kind of like the journey of life going on right there in Sagittarius, because it's this long-ass journey that we're learning from. Now, this is the narrative of our spiritual growth, these long journeys. So often you can find, like with Sagittarius, people with Sun sign Sagittarius or Saturn in Sagittarius, that they're often going up in the world. That they might start off with quite a poor background, with quite a limited worldview, and that worldview will be expanding and expanding as they grow. And these people can really learn exponentially. They can be specialist doctors, they can be engineers. These are people who they can just learn things at a higher level than other people, because they just literally spent so much time on it. And that's how you learn things in this reality. You've got to put the time in, you've got to put the hours in. But ultimately, Sagittarius is super spiritual. It can really get to some very high levels of spiritual learning and spiritual knowledge, yeah? So it's really a good time to learn anything spiritual, and doing anything to do with spirituality, you should really be able to take that to some next stages. You should have the patience and time to actually like get into it properly and learn it from the bottom up. Yeah, so and other times where you weren't able to focus so hard on these things, you should be able to just sit back and chill and absorb. So in some ways it's going to be better to take things nice and chilled and slowly. Yeah, expect things to be kind of long. Yeah, but in those long days and long experiences, we're going to really learn a lot. There's going to be time, yeah, to get your stuff done. Yeah, if you focus on it, yeah, you're going to feel like, oh, that took ages, but I got something really done. Also, teaching and representing things to other people. Sagittarius are great representatives because they go on these long journeys to learn all of these things. Yeah, they're able to explain it to other people very clearly and correctly. Yeah, Sagittarius is kind of a correctness in learning. Yeah, they check the dots and they dot the I's and cross the T's. They check the numbers are really accurate, quite similar to Taurus like this. It can be very, very practical. Sagittarius can get very indulgent if they want. They can eat too much special food. Yeah, they can drink too much. Jupiter is the god of indulgence. Yeah, Jupiter is the god of parties. Jupiter is the happy god. Yeah, you've got Saturn, who's kind of like more of the sort of stricter father figure god, who's teaching us spiritual lessons all of the time. Whereas Jupiter's like the god of parties, the god of festivals, the god of feasts, the god of getting drunk. Yeah. He's the drunk god. I think Sagittarius energy is really interesting because it's a way we can learn a lot. It's also a bit frustrating because things can seem very slow. But when it's in harmony with Jupiter, and Jupiter just gives you more and more and more, then I think, yeah, we can really learn a lot, we can travel a lot, we can take ourselves spiritually, emotionally, physically a long way. So that's a basic introduction to Jupiter and Sagittarius. Sagittarius is long, so brace yourself for it. But Jupiter and Sagittarius are very, very positive. They really want people to go on these long journeys and achieve incredible, amazing things. Yeah. So really, it's very, very positive, and all sorts of things should be possible. So thanks for watching. I'm Aquarius James. Peace.